Minecraft 1.20 is a fire update, but even the best of Minecraft updates will always leave something to be desired. Hi, it's me, Waddles, and today, with the help of a little magic, we'll be making big upgrades to 1.20. If we're gonna make some changes to 1.20, we need to think about what the update really is. And 1.20, to be honest, is an exploration update. You gotta find everything. Now, I figured here, since banners on maps is way too much to ask for Minecraft Bedrock Edition, instead, we'll do something with the compass. Inside of the crafting table, we make a compass. This first one is possible thanks to a super small pack by Kawamood. Minecraft 1.20, the great exploration update. Other than maps, what is the single most useful thing when exploring? Oh, that's right. Coordinates. Haha. And an update all about exploration and being able to know exactly where you're going at a moment's notice would be absolutely chef's kiss. I mean, look, of course I know on Bedrock Java, you can see the coordinates, but like, just adding it to the hotbar with the compass when you're holding it, main hand, offhand, oh, that's so wonderful. That would be so nice for exploring. Next up, let's take a look at the armor stand. Oh, the old crusty one on Minecraft Java. No arms at all, it's quite embarrassing. Obviously, armor is a huge part of Minecraft 1.20. On Minecraft Java 1.20, they did something horrendous, and unfortunately, we have to stare at it right in the face anytime you want to trim armor. It's not fair. If you're familiar with Minecraft Bedrock armor stands, then you know these things are so much better over there. Not only can you like crouch and pose them built into the vanilla game, but also you can have them hold things like swords. Unfortunately, black and white, it's not possible on Java. Oh, it's not possible on Java. Until right now. So check this out. Out of the things that I would add to the 1.20 update, if I had to pick one, this might have to be it. In the crafting table, I put 3 planks, 3 sticks, and then I came out with this. Oh, this beautiful item right here. Then I take my sword, I put the sword in it, I take my axe, I put the axe in it, and take that, Bedrock. Take that. This bag is beautiful. Then would you take a look at that? Kawamood, hi. Welcome back. Nicely done. At this point, 2023, I don't see why this isn't in vanilla Minecraft. So check this out. Inside of the crafting table, I craft a rack just like that. After that, I go ahead and place it down and I get that. If I change my mind maybe and picked it back up, put it on the wall, all of a sudden, I get a tool rack that goes on the wall. If I crouch and interact with this thing is rotating. It's kind of hard to see right there, but definitely flipping. Got insanely lucky, and from your second round, you got a trident in your survival world. Oh, no big deal. You can put it on the stand too. It's so clean looking. Now the ones on the ground, they've got 6 different rotations and 2 slots. To make this thing even more advanced and match 1.20, each slot is individually interactable, kind of like the chiseled bookshelf. If I want the sword over there, I look over there. If I want it over here, I look over there. Then same thing, I put something else in it, I crouch, and oh my god, they're dancing. Oh, it's music to my eyes. Now the work that was done on this pack is absolutely stunning. It's top tier. By putting a tool rack on the wall, you'll be able to store 1 tool in the rack, but you can store any of these tools. A trident, a crossbow, maybe like a brush or something, doesn't matter. You can put them in there, and remember, crouch to flip them around. It's pretty sweet. Meanwhile, when you put it on the ground, you can put more like the basic survival tools inside of them, plus a fishing rod. It's pretty clean. Now, oak wood is definitely beautiful, but it's 1.20. Welcome to the future, baby. We use cherry planks inside of this thing. Go ahead and craft it just like that, and oh my gosh. These racks actually exist in every single wood type that exists in the game. You got brand new bamboo rack, you got cherry rack right there, mangrove, like, I'm weeping tremendously and furiously. It's beautiful. That would be a beautiful addition to Minecraft 1.20, but of course, every addition can't be something gigantic. For this one, it's off to the nether. Now, once we're inside of the nether, in 1.20, you know how it goes. The bastion. We're gonna need to locate a piglin bastion because it is more important than ever. And also, you're gonna want to gear up maybe a little bit more than I do. Anyways, bastion. Once we move into the piglin bastion, we will immediately be swarmed by a ton of really bad things. Including piglin brutes. Did you drop anything? In fact, give Waddle strength, infinite, and take that. If you ever been to the piglin bastion, you know how dangerous these things can be. Not only because of hoglins potentially here, not only because of piglins in here, but also because of the piglin brood. To be honest, I think it's kind of interesting that the devs didn't really change anything about the brood in 1.20. Like, this was the perfect opportunity to give this guy a proper drop. So now, we have. Kind of like how it works with the Elder Guardian, the Brute is now going to have a 50% chance to drop a snout trip. I think that's a little bit better. Alright, so for this one, I tried to do a little bit of digging, but I don't know what happened. I just lost the tweet, and I was even involved in it too. Huge bonus points to whoever can find the tweet and put a screenshot of it on Reddit. But to one of the devs, I had tweeted the idea of being able to put blocks inside of this thing somehow. Like, in my mind, how it would work is we would have an item, then we would have maybe a clean sand block, then I would have like a piston or something, and then I would power the piston, pushing that into the item, and then the item would go inside of it. Today, in the 1.20 update of my dreams, it's all possible. Thanks to one tiny little data pack, if we drop an item on the ground and then put sand on top of it, just like that, the sand has consumed the item. If I go ahead and brush the sand, just like you would expect, a diamond is right there. Why did they not put this in 1.20? If 1.20 is all about storytelling, it's all about trails, it's the tales, it's the stories that you made along the way. You know, a bunch of things that you would probably do on a server. Check this out. We put a diamond right there. We put a dead bush over here. And then we put an oak log. Drop one log on the ground right there. We put sand. We put sand. We put sand. Welcome to my shop. For 1 diamond, you could have it all. On a server, this would be my shop. Welcome to it. You pay 1 diamond. Then you get to play the game. If you win the game, you get your diamond back in the prize. If you lose the game, like you get a dead bush, you can keep the prize. But the diamond is mine. This is a full legal request to Mojang headquarters from yours truly. In 1.20.2, make it happen. Moving right along here today, lads. Next up, we got armor trim. Armor trim is absolutely beautiful, but in one of the weirdest things in 1.20, you can duplicate armor trim. Now, like, don't get me wrong, it totally makes sense. If you want players to actually use the armor trim, then you're gonna need to be able to make more of it. Otherwise, it's just gonna end up inside of a chest. But if you can duplicate the trim, why would you not be able to duplicate the shirts? They're like basically the same thing, except one is for a pot. My friends, the day is... well, it's not here, but thanks to an amazing data pack by Zigzag Gamer, you got options on options. So we got all of these shirts right here. I made them into pots already. Let's say I went out and found, like, hey, my favorite shirt, mortar. This data pack is a 3-in-1. Inside of my world, I queued up all 3, but you would probably pick just one inside of your world. To clone a shirt, option number 1 is a shirt plus a brick. Then you get 2. Option number 2 here is go ahead into the crafting grid and place them like this. Then all of a sudden, you could just make one from scratch. It doesn't matter. You don't need to have one originally. The third option, and the option that I think I like the best here, is over inside of the stone cutter. If I put a brick inside of the stone cutter, look at this. I get all the shards right here. Now to make it even more cool and kind of like flexible inside of survival Minecraft. Well, imagine in survival Minecraft, you go around your world, you do a little bit of excavation. Hopefully, if you're lucky, you find a shard on your first try. Ooh, just like that. Imagine if once you've seen a shirt, you were able to walk back over to the stone cutter here and then actually take a brick and duplicate the shirt. Like, once you found it, the recipe would unlock inside of this thing. Then you could make more. Side note, is recipe locking like that even possible in vanilla Minecraft? Because it totally should be. That'd be cool. Next up, we take a look at the stronghold. So the stronghold has kind of always been the same thing for like a really, really long time. Into the older days of Minecraft, the stronghold being fully made out of stone bricks made perfect sense. But now that the caves are a whole lot deeper, what if a stronghold generates really, really deep? Thanks to this next pack by Yatsurask, we can fix one of the most overlooked things in 1.20. This update, it would have just made sense in 1.20, a much needed overhaul for the stronghold. In 1.20, the devs already came around to this structure and added brand new loot to it in the form of armor trim. While they were looking at the structure, they didn't think, like, it's weird that this thing is all stone? It's all stone when it's surrounded by literal deep slate caves? Like what? I mean, look, all the block variants are already here. We got tiles, we got bricks, we got cracked bricks. This is beautiful. The stronghold looks so good and honestly, like, so evil with deep slate. Moving through these corridors that are now way darker because of the blocks that they're actually made out of. Oh, it feels so creepy. And then the portal room. Oh, it's beautiful. The portal, like that endstone color with the, stop it. The portal with the deep slate, it looks so beautiful. And the silverfish too. I mean, I guess they need an infested block, but that should be no big deal, right? Stop, leave me alone, leave me alone. Oh, man. Back over by our pod zone that we were just at a second ago, this one is an absolute banger. So, be honest, when you first saw these pods here, you probably thought that flowers were going to be able to be placed inside of these, right? Like, it can't just be me that thought, oh, shoot, we get a brand new big pot. Imagine just being able to drop a flower right into it, and it just works. And attached to that, I was thinking that because these pots are a little bit bigger, maybe we could finally be able to put a 2-tall flower inside of a pot, like bring it into the house or something, but unfortunately, no. Unless you take a pot, you put a frame on it, then you put another pot inside of the frame, that disappears, then you grab a 2-tall something and put it inside of it. And you put it inside of it. Just like that. But wait, no. The rose doesn't match the vibe. We go ahead and pull that thing out and maybe put an oxeye daisy that is now absolutely gigantic. What if maybe beautiful sniffer pitcher plant? You want that in a pot? Oh, finally, it goes in a pot. This is one of the coolest changes made to 1.20, and it was done by Lego Pit Stop. I swear, back in the OG Data Pack Showcase days, I used to show off Lego's packs, like, definitely at least once. So this thing right here is absolutely beautiful. Thanks to the help of this data pack, you can now take all of these things and throw them inside of a pot and make them like big and gorgeous and just beautiful. Okay, maybe not that one. Almost any flower in the game, though, that you've always wanted to put inside of a pot, that disgusting thing for some reason, yeah, you go ahead and do that. The wither rose inside of this thing is so big and gigantic. That's amazing. Now, one of the things, in my opinion, that is even more cool looking is the saplings. Depending on what sapling you have and you want to put in this thing, it's going to go in this thing and look so good. That one, I mean, I guess it's like a little bit bigger than how it normally is, but the spruce one, the spruce and the cherry one has to be one of my favorites. Look at the spruce. It looks so good. Cherry, absolutely gigantic. Oak one, I mean, it's a monster. And I don't know why, but this reminds me of like OG, early Minecraft. I don't know. Last and definitely not least today, we end with a banger. Thanks to Homunculus84, we'll be adding ravens to Minecraft 1.20. Alright, so look, I'm gonna be honest, with all of the data packs and changes that I was trying to do today, I wanted to keep it like vanilla feeling. This one is maybe a little bit less vanilla feeling. We start off by going to the dark oak forest and taming a raven with seeds, just like a parrot. The raven has an amazing aesthetic, like the dark bird, it looks so cool, but it gets even better. What does the raven do, you may ask? We're gonna go ahead and take leather and string in the crafting table, load it up like that, and then we get a knowledge book. This knowledge book then turns into a gauntlet. Next up, we go ahead and get a raven off the shoulder, put this thing in the offhand, and then right-click on a raven with a gauntlet. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Don't hit the raven. Instead, just use the gauntlet. The raven doesn't have to be on you. After that, the raven flies over to the gauntlet and just sits there. Look at this thing. It's so cool looking, but like, the best looking in this view. Next up, it's all about the seeds. Pitcher pods, wheat seeds, or melon seeds. With the raven back on my gauntlet, if I go ahead and right-click with pitcher pod, the raven is going to fly up into the air. Now check the chat. Your raven is scouting for large structures nearby. In the middle of the hotbar at the bottom of the screen, in between the health and the hunger, we got a little raven icon. That means that the raven is nearby, flying around looking for structures. We're going to have to give this raven a little bit of time. As in like, half of a Minecraft day time. So, you got a little bit of time. I remind you to smash the like really quick, subscribe. Do you like videos like this? Should I do it more? If yes, let me know. Give your raven half of a day's time, then you could use your gauntlet, and the raven will come back. If it's done. Checking on a raven too soon will just result in this message. Don't worry, it won't mess it up though. Just like that, my raven friend is back. Now hold on a second, what is that? Your raven found an ocean monument. Minecraft 1.20, an update all about exploration. Except sometimes, some structures are a little bit trickier to find. With the help of the raven, you can give it specific types of seeds, and it'll look around for a specific type of structure. It's a little out there, but hands down, such a cool idea. Imagine a bird that could fly around and find specific structures for you. Out of the upgrades that we took a look at today, which one is your favorite? If you like the looks of any of the data packs we checked out, great news. They're all linked down in the description, and check them out. Thanks for watching, everybody. It's been me, Waddles. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.